This is Heavy Conversation with Bruce and Jody, a podcast where we talk about being a big guy in today's world. I'm Bruce. And I'm Jody. Here we go.
Here we go.
All right, here we go. All right, here we go.
Hey, Jody.
Bruce.
This is an exciting episode.
I've been looking forward to this one for a couple weeks after we talked about doing it. I just wasn't expecting it to be doing it so early in the day. But it's going to be a great day, so I'm looking forward to it.
There's nothing wrong with having an Oktoberfest beer tasting at 10:20 a.m.
Right?
on a Thursday. So here we are.
My day is going to be amazing.
Yes, it is. And that's exactly what we're doing, which is something that we've wanted to do for a long time, is an actual beer tasting.
Yeah. Where did you say you, just like a grocery store, or did you go to the liquor store kind of thing?
Luckily here in Portland, we have many places where you can find lots of tasty beer. And I wanted to grab some Oktoberfest beers. So I went to a place called Belmont Station, which is has one of the best selections in town.
Okay.
And tried to grab some Oktoberfest beers. So yes, each episode we're drinking a beer or trying some kind of beverage. This time we're trying multiple. We have, 6?
1, 2, 3. Yeah, 6.
Yeah, so we have 6. And there was some... I had some criteria as I went through and chose these beers.
Okay.
So obviously we needed Oktoberfest beers or fest beers or, that kind of thing for this specific theme. Now, there is a difference between Oktoberfest beers and Marzens and some of these other beers that are put out this time of year. I read a long article about it. I didn't retain most of what I read.
Right.
But I will say that there's a difference between a Marzen and an Oktoberfest.
Okay. I thought Oktoberfest Marzen.
Yeah, there's a
little different between just
thing.
a regular Marzen and an Oktoberfest?
Yes.
Okay.
And the other criteria that I tried to stick to for the most part was there are only certain beers that are allowed to be sold at Oktoberfest in Germany. There's like a list of something like 6. And that's the way that it's been forever since they started doing
their
Oktoberfest, which they don't call Oktoberfest. Yeah. So I got a few of those beers as well. So we're going authentic with it, with a few exceptions.
Yeah.
So,
well, we always got to throw in some fun ones.
Yeah. And, to add to all of this, we didn't want to just, have you listen to us drink beer, taste a beer, be quiet, think about it, and, respond, because I don't know how well that'll...
It's not very compelling audio. Yes.
Right. So we are also going to answer some questions that have been sent in.
Listener questions, reader questions, all that kind of stuff. We always try to do at least an episode or 2 where we answer some of your questions. So if you ever have questions about us, about the episode, about what we're doing, hit us up on Instagram or Twitter. You can email us on Chubster or Bearskin, any of those places. It all kind of gets filtered down, and we pick some of the fun ones or the crazy ones.
Definitely.
We'll see how this goes after drinking 6 beers.
Yeah. This is probably something we'll do seasonally or as we have a theme, and we will just integrate a beer tasting into it, which... why not?
That sounds great. That's the best way to answer questions, is over a beer.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. So maybe we should start with by opening a beer, because we have a limited amount of time and we have 6 beers to get through.
We'll just start chugging.
Right. Yep.
Okay, this first one, Oktoberfest Marzen by Polliner.
Okay.
Polliner Oktoberfest Marzen.
Nice.
It is a 5.8 alcohol by volume and a 20 IBU for all of you aficionados.
So I believe that Polliner is one of the breweries that is allowed to peddle their wares at Oktoberfest in Germany.
Yes.
So I'm very excited because, you can't, in my opinion, you can't really go wrong with some of these Oktoberfest beers, and especially the, legit, these are the ones from Germany.
Yeah, this is actually from Munich. It's sold under the Oktoberfest name here in the U.S. and as Munich Marzen in Germany. So they're this is probably like their,
oh man, that's good. That is good. That's malty.
Yes.
It's easy to drink.
Malty.
It's glorious. Yeah.
Ooh, it smells really yummy.
If you want to talk about it a little, I'm going to pass this around to our friends here.
We have friends that are going to be helping us taste some of the beer. So it says some of the top flavor profiles say malty, smooth, sweet, light, and clean. It's got, from my friends on, what is this, Untapped. Make sure you guys are following us on Untapped. You can see all these crazy beers. It's got a 4.0 from my friends that I have on here. And then from everyone on Untapped, it's got a 3.66. So everyone seems to enjoy it.
Yeah, not too shabby. Not too shabby. What do you think?
Whew, that is good.
I feel like it's a beer that you could drink at a festival.
Yep.
You could enjoy for prolonged periods.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so, it's not like really strong. The 5.8, I guess, is not that strong for me. So
right. Okay.
It's a real caramely, malty color. It's good. Do we have an interesting question for beer number one?
Well, please? We'll start. Some of these will be kind of quick fire because a lot of the questions that we get. Some of them are basic. And it's maybe basic to us.
They be basic.
Maybe basic just because we deal with this all the time.
Yeah.
So this one comes from Tanya, who says,
"Hi Tanya.
Hi Tanya. I need help finding pants for my husband. He's 5'2".
Oh.
And he's wide. Can you help?"
Okay.
Well, Tanya, that gives us some information. Thanks for sending us the question. 5'2" and wide. It says he's about 220.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Right. Which doesn't really.
Yeah,
matter.
I would probably say you need to be friends with a tailor or find a good tailor in your area, because most places like a 28 is kind of where they stop. That's the shortest I've seen in a lot of places.
Sure.
So, if you have a good tailor somewhere, I know I always plug DXL, but most of the locations have tailors, so you can do that. You can find tailors all over the place. Just look at reviews for tailor shops and just get the waist to fit, and you can always get them hemmed and tapered. That kind of stuff would be my recommendation.
I think that's really important. Having a tailor, if you don't fit within the box that the apparel industry has set out there for your specific size, having a tailor is super important. So when you're a little shorter, it makes sense to get your things altered. Now, you didn't tell us if your guy has, thick thighs, if there are any other things that you need to think about. But
if you get it to fit in the waist and the thighs and stuff,
right?
The rest of it, even that stuff can be fixed, but try to get as much of it to fit the way you want, and then they can chop off the bottoms and taper them or do whatever you need to do.
There are some stores that cater to short guys, but I don't know that that they're going to have things for a bigger guy necessarily. There's one that is out of it's either Minnesota or Wisconsin, and it's is it large or small, big or tall is their motto. I know, it's amazing. They've been around since the 50s. Wow. Let me see if I can find it.
But I always every day we do hemmings and we do tapering of pants. It's a pretty easy and affordable thing that you can do to get your pants to fit the way that you need. So it's always a pretty good option. And
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. There are, if you go to Chubster.com, we've covered clothes for short guys before. So head over to Chubster, check it out. I know what I was trying to find there I was not finding, but I know that in the last 9 years I've written an article about that.
Well, yeah, you're vertically challenged.
Yeah, right.
Maybe.
I'm 5'8", and generally have issues finding things. Being 5'2", it's something you have to think about on a regular basis. So, as far as my go-to jeans that I recommend, I can recommend kind of what I wear on a regular basis. Yeah. The Levi's 541s are, something that I wear a lot.
Yep.
They're an athletic fit. So if your guy has bigger thighs, look for something with an athletic fit and you'll be good to go. And then you can get those altered. I also surprisingly where a lot of American Eagle outfitters, if that's what they're still called, is it American Eagle? Yeah. American Eagle jeans as well, because they have a ton of stretch. They go up to size 48 now. And I have 2 pairs that I swear by, and I'm pretty sure I'm wearing a pair of them right now. Ooh. I'm about 90% sure without looking at the tag. So yeah, super comfortable. I would say take a look at both of those places, but yes, you're going to have to realistically look at getting them altered. And yeah, I mean, there's a cost associated with that, and it would be much better if you didn't have to do that every time, but you should be prepared for that. And like I said, check out Chubster, use the search function and look for clothes for short guys, and you'll find the articles.
Yay.
All right. All right. Beer 2?
Number 2. It's going fast. Mm-hmm. And I think we did one of these beers before, because I remember struggling with the name of...
Yeah, so this is...
Anger?
Anyone?
Anger.
Over there?
Ayyinger.
You know what you think that might be called?
It is another Oktoberfest Marzen.
What you thought it might be. If you had a pronunciation idea for this.
Ayyinger.
Oh, Ayyinger is about to explode.
It's getting anger.
Yes. All right.
This is a 5.8 ABV, alcohol by volume.
Yes. So, there you go.
Yeah.
All right.
And this one is again this is another beer from Germany.
Yes.
We are doing the flavor profile. It says malty, smooth, sweet, light, and clean again. This one has a very similar color profile to it. Oh, this is a little lighter in color.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like this. It's this Oktoberfesty kind of beer.
This one by my friends on Untapped has a 3.38, and then everyone is a 3.82.
The average is interesting, because I'm just wondering, like, are there German Oktoberfest beers that are just like super high, that are high rated, that are hidden from us that we're not finding?
Yeah, maybe.
I'm curious.
Well, I've heard, I think Polliner is a little bit more widely known.
Sure.
So that had a little higher rating.
Is it like the Bud Light of...
I don't know, but...
Budweiser
of Germany?
I wonder what the Budweiser of Germany is. I'm sure they have one. I'm sure every country seems to have that kind of, that beer.
Yeah, I do. I'm a big fan of these Oktoberfest Marzens. They're just easy to drink.
Yeah.
It's not like a, polarizing flavors in there. It's just a traditional beer flavor to it.
It is. And I love these. They're fun to drink. They're good for this time of year when it's starting to get cool. And I do kind of wish I had Lederhosen.
Uh-oh.
I know.
Oh, yeah. Oh, wait. Did you just check in with that one?
I haven't checked in at all.
September 13th.
Oh, did I? Oh.
You drank this beer.
I wonder where.
At...
Oh, does it say? Look at that.
View details.
All right.
I'm creeping. Oh, this is at your house.
Oh, all right. Well,
I see your house in the background.
September 13th. Yeah. Interesting. All right. Well. Oh, hey, how about that? All right. Well, see, this is why Untapped is important.
I was like, this one seems familiar.
Yes. Yeah. So if you forget what kind of beer you've been drinking, then you've got Untapped to remind you.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. So
what's our question for this one?
This question is about sweatshirts.
Okay.
All right. I'm trying to find a gift to thank my wonderful computer tech for his many hours of selfless help. This comes from Amy.
Excuse me.
Hello, Amy.
Hi, Amy.
I would like to get him something as simple as a fun sweatshirt, and I'm coming up so empty-handed. He is a 4X to 5X, depending on the cut. His words. Mm-hmm. Everything I'm finding out there stops at 2X, and if it's bigger, it's often tacky or really poor quality. Please, if you have any ideas for me, I'd be really grateful. Many thanks.
Some fun sweatshirts in a 4 to 5X.
So I'm thinking. So it sounds like
tech.
It sounds like quality is important. Yeah. Fit is obviously important. Mm-hmm. Something that's going to last. Mm-hmm. So
And are we thinking like just sweatshirt, like a crew neck pullover?
Probably. Okay. You know, maybe we could throw in something like that's a little
type.
Got a little more. You know.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. We have.
Think about sweaters and sweatshirts. I mean, DXL is the first thing.
It's starting to get to be that season. There's one that I really like that I have in the store. It's by Society of One.
Okay.
It's just a crew neck sweatshirt, but it's all green, like an army green color, but it's got a texture of the camo everywhere, but it's not like different colors.
Okay.
So it's got a lot of texture to it that I really like. So and the Society of One is a really nice brand. Check out DXL and look up Society of One.
Nice.
They've got lots of cool stuff.
Is Society of One kind of a more fashion forward?
Yeah, it's
brand?
a little bit more urban or trendy.
So that's cool. So there's trendy. What would you recommend if she wants to go with something that's a little more traditional? I'd
probably do the Reebok. We've got tons of Reebok. They're just the core sweatshirts.
Right.
They come in gray and black and navy and maybe red, and there might be a couple seasonal colors.
Okay.
But we sell those just kind of year round when people need those. Just a generic sweatshirt, but it's last a standard. Quite a while. Yeah, they last a while.
Nice. Okay. So I mean, as far as the sizes you're looking for and those different options, there you go. DXL. Chances are there's one close to you. Mm-hmm. So take a look around and see what you can find.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Got to finish this one.
All right. I am going to grab beer number 3. So all of our beers thus far have they've been in bottles, but now, my friends, we're opening something that is in a can, and it is also a German beer, but doesn't seem to be. It's not one of the ones that they allow at. At least I don't think so.
It looks like it. It's got one of the beer ladies on there. It does.
I better check the list just to be sure. Yeah. This one is called Dinkelacker, which sounds dirty to me.
That's what we're saying. That's how we're pronouncing it anyways. On here, it's like all one word. So
I can imagine someone who's maybe a German speaker who's listening
cringing.
To this. And,
you stupid Americans.
Throwing their beer at their podcast device.
So it's a 5.7 alcohol by volume. It's from somewhere in Germany. Sorry, everyone.
It's from Dinkel, Germany?
Dinkelacker, Germany. No, I don't.
I sure hope.
These don't give you like a big description like a lot of the... Oops.
This is interesting because, so on the side of it, it actually has a whole section that says, for China only. And then it's all in Chinese.
I was like, this beer is only for China?
I wonder if this is is this like a German beer for China that we somehow ended up with?
That's weird.
I don't know.
So this one's I think this is the darkest one so far in color. It's malty, smooth, sweet, light, clean again. Excuse me. None of my friends have rated this one. Excuse me.
It's a new experience.
New experience for all of us. It's got a 3.6 from everyone on Untapped. So make sure you're downloading the Untapped app and following along. And you can probably get all of these beers to try out. Most beer places and liquor stores
if
bring
we were
in a
able
ton.
to get it,
yeah. We didn't do anything special for these, so
right. Yep. So we. Yeah, I know. A little more. It's a big can.
I know.
So it's gonna be a long podcast, folks.
Oh boy, the questions are gonna get more and more interesting.
All right. Let's see here. Okay, so...
about Marzen is a beer rich in malt with a balance of clean hop bitterness. Bread or biscuit-like aroma and flavor is common, originating in Germany. This style used to be seasonally available in the spring, with the fest-style versions tapped in October.
Huh. Have you, when they say biscuit-like aroma, have you ever noticed, like...
Excuse me.
Like, for me, when...
It's more like, I feel like it's, like, yeasty, not like...
Yeah, I've never...
I don't think, like, when I'm baking biscuits, this is what
I've never smelled a beer that makes me think of a biscuit, but,
Makes me want a biscuit.
I'm also not a beer-tasting professional. I've enjoyed many beers, but I wouldn't consider myself a pro, so there's that. All right, our question.
Yes, please.
This question comes from... Wendelin, which is an awesome name.
That's a perfect October name.
Wendelin. All right, Wendelin, your question. I have several pairs of large-waisted vintage Levi's. I would like to make something on them, but I also like helping the community. I live in Kansas City, Missouri. Cannot afford shipping. If you are interested, I will send pics and sizes. Thank you for your time.
Large-waisted vintage Levi's.
First things first, I am personally not interested.
In vintage Levi's?
I mean, I'm definitely interested in vintage Levi's, but I got a lot of pants in my house right now.
Yeah.
So,
I too. I wouldn't. They're not vintage.
Part of it. Excuse me. Part of it is. I'm wondering how vintage they are.
Yeah.
Because
what does vintage mean? Yeah. Like 70s vintage?
Yeah. Are we talking 90s? Are we talking 2007?
Yeah. I know. I was like, right. I have some vintage Levi's in my closet.
Like I'm like, okay, if they're like 60s, 70s, and they're big, I am down.
Yeah.
That I would buy.
Yeah. What? And how do you know if they're vintage? Like.
So apparently there are ways you can tell.
The codes inside. Because I know Levi's has a ton of tags on the inside.
Yeah. So I think there are ways that you can.
Okay.
I've got a book on denim where they kind of dig into that with some of the people who are really into that stuff.
I've watched. There was a fun. I always think everything's on Netflix because it's like Amazon, some streaming thing. There was a really cool like documentary about denim and like all the weaving and all the looms that they've sent to Japan from the US to do all the, the crazy, like really super raw or like heavy duty denims and all that stuff. It was really cool.
Nice.
But there is definitely a market for vintage denim. Vintage in general is a huge,
there is.
The resale market is really huge because everyone's into upcycling and reusing and all those words.
So there are a ton of places that you can sell clothes.
Yeah, I mean you can do eBay and stuff like that, and then you can have the customer pay for the shipping. And
I actually did so there's a video series on Chubster that is called Answerland, and it is basically what we're doing here, except it's with me in front of a camera, and
you get to see Bruce.
Yes, and one of those that I did earlier this year it's called Where to Sell, Swap, Trade, or Donate.
Oh, that's right.
Your Big and Tall Clothing. And it talks about a lot of different places you can go. So, obviously you could look for local places
every place has a vintage shop.
Right. Or they've
in
got
Kansas City,
I
know there's vintage shops.
Or they've got like a Buffalo Exchange or something like that if you want to go that route. I would look to see if you can find any like plus size resale shops. One of the things that I will say is that a lot of the places around the country, and I chose a handful of my favorites from around the country, like Fat Fancy, which is here in Portland, the Plus Bus in LA, Plus Brooklyn is in New York. The problem with some of them is that they don't sell a lot of masculine clothing. They just, if they have it, they just don't sell a lot.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Right.
Yeah.
So some of them won't take masculine clothing. You really need to look into it and see. But I would definitely look in your local area. You're in Kansas City. I lived in Missouri for a long time, so I know that there are a lot of places you could go. That is one way to do it, and I would recommend looking locally first.
Keep it local if you can.
Totally.
That's always good.
There are other things you can do. Now, my guess is that you're not wanting to dive into this as a big thing because you have a couple pairs of pants.
It's not like your new career selling vintage big size denim.
Exactly.
Levi's.
But if you were and you wanted to be enterprising about it, you could start a plus size clothing swap. Which we see a lot of those here in our area. There are also places online that you can go. Poshmark, ThreadUp, Grailed, even Facebook Marketplace, which is a whole lot of crazy. So
you can find all kinds of goodies on there.
You can find everything there. So you got some options. You might even be able to do it in a way that doesn't require you to have to pay for shipping up front.
Yeah.
So I would look at those and see what you can find and go from there.
All right. That was a good one.
Yeah. Let me.
Thanks for your questions. Did you even try this one?
I took a quick sip and did not think about it. Let's see.
It is good.
Dinkel-Acker.
It's good. I enjoyed it. That is really weird for China only. It's like this big thing.
It is.
They must have like
different... I feel like there's a little more of an alcohol taste to this one than maybe the others.
Or you're just getting drunk. It's only 5.7.
Is it? Well, I don't know. It could be that, after you've had a few
Accumulation.
of these. I know. Probably should have had little glasses of water to clean our palates to reset.
That's for amateurs. No, just kidding. I'm just kidding.
That's right. That's right.
I gotta look at this one and type it because I cannot. WEIHENST.
Okay. I do like that. It's fine. I don't know that I would drink it again.
Yeah, that one wasn't my favorite.
Yeah. So this, I'm gonna break this pronunciation out here.
Yes, please.
Weihsteiner. Mm-hmm. I'm about 99% sure that
sounds
how you pronounce it. It's Weihsteiner Fest beer, and I think this is the beer that I was about to leave, and as I was about to leave the place that I got all this beer, the gentleman behind the counter was looking at the beers and he was like, "Oh, Oktoberfest, huh?" I was like, "Yeah," and I heard something in his voice that told me, "No, sir, no, Cinco de Mayo." Yeah, no, I heard something in his voice that kind of made it seemed like maybe he was
judging.
Judging, a little disappointed. So I said, "Is there anything that I'm missing that you think I should have?" And he told me Weihsteiner.
All right, sir.
All right, the opener.
Oh, sorry.
The opener, please.
The opener.
All right, it's a Fest beer. This is one of the beers that is allowed at Oktoberfest.
It's a 5.8 ABV. A full, rich-bodied, hoppy seasonal lager, especially brewed for the Feist beer season. This beer truly represents the Bavarian way of celebrating. Deep gold color.
This is a lighter. Yeah, I am digging this, and it's a Fest beer, and I believe that Fest beer is different from Marzen.
Yeah.
I'm yes, it is.
Yes.
I'm not even
a beer rich in malt with a balance of clean hop bitterness. Another biscuit-like malt aroma and flavor is common, originating in Germany. This style is used to be seasonally available in the spring, with the Fest-style versions tapped in October.
Okay. Let's see here.
Light, sweet, malty. Oh boy,
more here. I know.
I'm going to be done for the day.
Well, this is what we signed up for.
I'm fine with it.
Little did we know,
right? So my friends say it's a 3.2.
Okay.
Everyone on Untappd says 3.59.
Interesting.
It's a much lighter color. I still am not getting that biscuit thing.
Yeah, I know.
Excuse my seasonal allergy thing starting to go.
Let's see. All right.
Woo. This one is hoppier. I mean, and not like IPA hoppy, but of all of these, this is hoppier.
It is. Okay. Yeah. Let me give it a try here and see. Great. Oh, this is what I'm talking about right here.
Yeah.
Oh, man, that's good.
Great mouthfeel and lots of flavor. Yeah. This one has a lot more flavor.
That's exactly what I meant. Great mouthfeel and lots of flavor. Yes. All right. Here's a fun question.
Question number 4, I believe.
Yes. All right. Here we go. This one comes from Lewis, who says, "Why don't you make pants for real men instead of those short, fat little guys like 48 to 54 waist and 40 length?"
40 length?
Thank you, Lewis.
40 length.
For your angry question.
40 length.
It felt like...
I can't even imagine what Lewis...
So, yeah, before we...
Is he a basketball?
Maybe. I think that...
What were the dimensions again?
48 to 54 waist and a 40 length.
Jesus.
Yes.
When people do that, I'm always like, are you sure that's what...
Maybe. But I guess I would even step back and say, okay, sometimes we get questions like this where people are a little angry. And I choose to look at it and say, okay, I think that a lot of it comes from the fact that when you are a bigger person...
Yeah.
Or a person that can't find things in the mainstream regularly, it's frustrating.
It is very frustrating, yes.
And if you've had to deal with that all your life, you get angry about those things. So
why don't you specifically, Bruce, make those pants?
Yeah, I know. Right. So number one, Lewis, I do not make pants. I would like to make pants, maybe.
Maybe somebody wants to make pants with you.
Yeah, right. You probably don't want any pants that I make. I've made these pants out of cardboard, or I don't know.
We're going to do a home ec class here pretty soon.
So, so there are places that you can go if you're looking for really long pants with a bigger waist. Where are you?
I'm like with a 40 length. I know
that's quite a length. So
we might have to do some research and get back to Lewis on
let's see
that specific sizing. There's not I'm trying to think. 38 is normally the longest we do.
Yeah.
And we don't do it in all. Normally it's the smaller sizes. That's like the tall side of things.
Right.
When you get up to what was the waist? The 50 to 54?
Yes.
Because normally when you're it's not big and tall.
Right. So you're really looking for yeah. And that's one of the problems that we run into with some stores is that they'll be like the tall shop, and then they have the tall stuff, but they don't have the waist size for somebody who really needs it. So my first recommendation, sight unseen, without doing any research, would be look at getting something custom made. Now, is that a perfect solution? Absolutely not. But there are places that you can go that will allow you to make pants based off of your specific measurements. If you do that, then you're going to be able to get something that works for you.
So actually,
yes,
DXL does carry. We just don't do it in the store.
Oh,
we do have a bunch of our Oak Hill Premium pants. They're like a khaki type pant.
Okay,
that come in 40 lengths in that waist size. So
look at that.
Yeah, you just go to DXL.com. There's a bunch of different colors. I mean, like black, khaki, taupe, gray, navy, new khaki, which is like a lighter khaki.
Interesting.
40 length. And you can do different waist sizes. You just, filter. I just filtered length 40 and a bunch of things came up. So it looks like it's mostly khakis, flat front, and pleated pants. I mean, we sell tons of these Oak Hill Premium pants. So
yeah,
that is definitely an option.
Yeah, you said pants, so we're guessing that pants.
Yeah, when people say pants, I think this. Otherwise, people would say jeans or denim.
Right.
So
yeah, so I'm also wondering if maybe our friends at King Size might have something like that as well. So, they also go to 8 or 9X, maybe bigger, depending on what you're looking for. But as far as as far as pants go, let's see, tall. What do we have here? I'm trying to do this in real time, folks. So
yeah, there are options. You're going to have to dig around a little bit. It might not be available in the stores. You know, they can only carry so much, unfortunately. So yeah, and I mean, it would be, so it looks like for King Size also does bigger waists and inseams to 40. So nice. You're not out of luck. Yeah, there are options. So now, check out DXL, King Size Direct.
Totally. And I would say, as far as style goes, you got to look and see. And I think, again, and we could say this every single time we do a podcast, that having someone who can do alterations for you is important.
Yeah, because you can buy a 38, which is a little bit more common, let it out, and it'll be a 40.
Or you can have things modified in different ways that will make them maybe a little more stylish if that is a concern to you.
Exactly.
We're not saying that it has to be. First and foremost, you want something that fits.
Yes.
All right. What's our next beer?
Oh, this one looks like it's a local one. I recognize Gigantic.
Yes. So I am in love with Gigantic Brewing. And when I see that they have something new that comes out, I've got to get it. It's a little tiny brewery here in Portland. And they, at least the part that you can walk into is a little tiny area. And they have fun beers. I love that each of the labels for each of their beers are done by artists. So they're all unique and interesting.
This one you can get quite, I'm trying to remember where some people said that they found this. Ooh. Oh man. I don't know. Sorry, trying to finish my last one.
So this is a 7.5%.
This says 8.
Oh, where does the bottle on the back there?
Oh, Uh-oh.
Yep.
Well, 7.58, whatever.
It's all the same, right? Numbers.
At this point.
All right.
So this is a local one.
Oktoberfest
is a collab with ABGB from Austin, Texas.
Hey, how about that?
Custom malted Super Vienna malt. Malting to create this rich and toasty fest beer. Ooh,
awesome.
Nice. It's a nice dark one.
Oh, yes.
I'm going to maybe, I don't know. I'll take a little bit more.
Yeah.
I should have poured yours so that you could have tasted it. It says malty, caramely, woody, deep, and spiced.
Nice.
Ooh.
See, I also, I liked that it was a little darker because I know you're a fan of the darker beers.
I like darker. For this season, when we get into like fall and winter, I have to switch over to dark porters and stouts.
That is a little roasty. That's dark and malty.
Austin Beer Garden Brewing. That's who the collab is.
Is there a little... That's not chocolate, is it? I don't trust myself to know for sure.
Well, whatever you taste, you taste.
Sure.
I think that's the spice a little bit.
Is that? There's something there. I like this.
Caramely, woody.
Yeah. Pretty cool. Super Vienna.
I think we need to make a trip back over there. I've only been there a couple times.
It's a great place. It is cool. Go out and support your local beer.
Your local craft brewers.
Yes.
Go support them. We love them.
Yes. Yes.
Tell us about who is your favorite local craft brewer in your neck of the woods. Send us a link or a picture of you drinking your favorite beer there, your favorite Oktoberfest beer.
We do want more recommendations, more ideas, that kind of thing.
All right.
All right.
Question, please.
Okay. All right. Let's see. So there are so many. I'm just looking through this to see what we've got here. This one is kind of... there are probably people who are listening that will get something out of this. So
yes,
I'll just throw it out.
There are a lot of people getting stuff out of this.
Yes. This one comes from Jonathan, who says, "Hello.
Hello, Jonathan.
I am a plus-size male model.
Oh.
And I would like to submit a photo on the page, but I can't seem to find the photo submission system in the reader photo section." So there's a couple things here. Number one, the system that you're looking for is...
me.
Yes. Yes. And I am revamping the thing that allows you to send in your photos. So this is, I guess, kind of, this part is a little Chubster specific. Tag your images with Chubster, hashtag Chubster. And, if you want them shared on the site or via our social channels, we'll take a look at them. We'll reach out and go from there.
Yeah, do the same for Bearskin. We only share pictures of people in our products.
Yeah.
I love that people like to tag us in their pictures. That's fun. But
right.
I don't share random pictures of people.
Sure.
In just whatever.
What I would also say is if you want to be a plus size male model, congratulations. It's a hard road.
Uh-huh.
I think
email Bruce specifically.
There are a lot of
he'll hook you up.
Well, there are a lot of like specific and weird ideas about what that is. You know, like
it's a lot tougher than all the glamour shots on Instagram make it seem to be.
It's also generally not going to be a full-time job for you. Mm-hmm. You know, I think that's the other thing is that a lot of people have an idea that modeling is going to be like this full-time. It's your thing. It's all you do. And I get that, because that's kind of what the world wants us to believe. Yeah. But it is really not that. So I think the best thing that you can do as far as getting out there and getting yourself seen is to continue putting your photos out on social. Mm-hmm. Engage with the community that's out there.
Like, comment,
right.
Do all that stuff.
Right. Help yourself stand out in different ways. Share your photos, do all that kind of good stuff. And, it's one of those things. People will see you. I think you just have to kind of put yourself out there, which you've obviously done by reaching out here. Tag your photos with Chubster or send us a message at info@chubster.com, and we can take a look at some of your photos and see if there's anything that makes sense. And Jody explained what you need to do if you're going rock some bearskin.
Yeah.
So,
We love sharing customer photos. Everyone really digs it. And it's fun to, show how proud you are of yourself. And, in whatever form of wearing our products you want to share, please do so and tag us on Instagram or Facebook or wherever.
Right. And two other things I'll say about this is if you go to Chubster, there are a lot of articles about how to get into modeling that come from either interviews or articles written by people who are doing it on a full-time regular basis. So you can get some insight there if you go to the site and kind of search for those. I would also say just, just make sure that you are really realistic about what you want and what you're hoping to get out of doing it, and go from there. It took me 7 years before I had any companies kind of reach out to want to do anything like this, and I'm coming up on year 10 now. So it takes time. It takes a lot of work, and I think I would say that you were better off kind of creating your own thing, building something up and getting out there.
It's always better to do your own thing first, create your own following, and then that leads to, getting jobs and getting booked. That's a big thing now with any sort of influencer, modeler, actor. What is your following? That's what they want to know, what your following is, what kind of audience you can bring to the project.
Right.
So,
right.
Definitely do that. All right.
Good luck.
Thank you for your questions. All right.
Finally, our last beer. This is the longest episode we've ever done.
You're welcome, everyone.
Yes. Right. If you made it through, congratulations.
All right. Oh, so it's another, what is this? Hacker
Shore.
Hacker Shore. Thank you. Yep. It's original Oktoberfest, Amber Marzen.
Might actually be Hacker Shore.
Hacker, who knows what.
Yeah.
I'm trying to open this. All right. Here. Oh, you still have a little sip.
Yeah. I'm lagging behind.
So this is a 6%. Woo. This is from Munich, Germany. Is this one of the official ones? Do you know or remember?
Yes, I think it is.
This looks like an official with that. I think that was weird. This little flaggy flag thing.
Maybe so. Yeah.
This one had the same thing.
Oh yeah, where it's got the blue and white.
Blue and white sort of check. Oh, this one has it too, though. Oops, I don't know. That means nothing.
Yeah. It's the international symbol of we want to be involved with Oktoberfest. I was like,
wait, no, that has it too. Yeah. So, a golden amber color, typical of malt aromas, defined by various malting. Wow, I cannot talk anymore.
All right. Do we want to pass that beer over to our friends?
Yes,
here?
I will. Here.
Yes.
I can read. I can.
All right.
Okay. A golden amber color, typical of malt aromas, defined by the various malting barley from the Bavarian countryside, complemented by a light hoppy note.
There we go.
Woo.
All right. What do you think?
Smooth, malty, sweet, light, and it says bitter.
I don't get bitterness at all after the last beer, after the Weihheistefeiner. This is like smooth and easy to drink now. Mm-hmm. Soft, gentle.
There is a little. I mean, there is a little bit, but after our summer of IPAs, it's definitely.
I like this. It's easy drinking.
Yes, 3.7 from everyone. I'm the first one of my friends.
Nice.
Check in on Untapped.
All right.
I like this.
So our last question.
Okay,
comes from H. Dean Davidson.
Ooh.
I know, fancy. Thank you for your question, H. Dean. Says, I had some questions about places that sell proper long T-shirts. DXL used to make some that were good, but in the last year or two, they have these new T-shirts that are not long at all. Thanks. So,
the proper long T-shirts.
As you are aware of what DXL has,
yes.
so they did want to start there.
A new and improved fit on a lot of their T-shirts, and it has been kind of in a little flux. I would say. So go back, go to the store, go try on a couple different ones to see which one fits you. I know that they've been improving fits on things. So definitely go back into the store and try on a couple things, see what works and what doesn't.
Sure. I like that.
Yeah. They're always, you have to stay, they respond to customer feedback. So they're trying to improve things and change fits and stay what people are wanting. So go back in and check it out and see what your local DXL wardrobe consultant or salesperson would recommend for you.
Retailers are always changing, so there's always new inventory.
Yeah.
If you want to go outside of DXL, take a look at One Bone, which is a Canadian brand that specifically focuses on T-shirts that are a bit longer. They, I believe, go to 5X. Yes, they go to 5X, and they're a longer shirt. Bunch of different colors. They fit in a lot of different ways. Their website is onebonebrand.com, and they have all kinds of things. They even, hey, if you want camo, they have camo. So there you go. They have a bunch of different kinds of things. Bunch of happier, bigger guys wearing the clothes, which, hey,
happy big guys.
We want to see people who look like us wearing the clothes that companies are trying to sell to us. So check them out. Another one that comes to mind is I would check out MVP Collections, which they do have some things available at DXL's. Yep. But you can also look at their site directly. They have some other things that maybe they don't carry.
Yeah, we have a lot of different T-shirt, brands that carry T-shirts. So, but I'm specifically talking of the Harbor Bay, our core T-shirts. Yep. So those are things that we're changing, but we have MVP in a few select stores. MVP
gets a little crazy. They have all kinds of stuff out there. They have they're
pushing the boundaries of like colors and prints and
style. And so it was MVP was started by Mo Vaughn. Yes, the famous baseball player.
Yes,
who built this thing up, got it out there, and he brought in a new partner this year, another baseball player that, as a kid who grew up in Southern Illinois, I definitely know this guy. Frank Thomas is a partner in the company, and they just put out a new collection. It's crazy. It's colorful. It's insane. It stands out.
Yeah, it's been pretty colorful and fun. And I unfortunately don't have it in my store, but I check it out once in a while. We do have a couple of their jeans that we have in our store, but we don't have the full collection.
So I have a T-shirt that MVP sent to me, and it's one of my favorite T-shirts. It's just easy to wear. It's comfortable. Looks great. All that. So check those two out. Check out DXL if
there's tons of T-shirt brands out there.
You look for long
big
T-shirts.
Guy T-shirts are everywhere. So
what's the Las Vegas brand that?
Big Boy
Bamboo. Yes.
Yeah, they have fun ones. They have lots of color too.
Big Boy Bamboo. They have a lot of extended size stuff that I think starts at 3X and goes up to like 8. So
I think they have
lots of colors, lots of different things. So check those out. If that fits your body type, then there you go.
All right, Bruce.
Jody, we did it. Woo! This has been a long damn episode, but
thank you for
made it.
Coming along on this beer Oktoberfest journey with us. And thanks for the questions. We really enjoy getting feedback from you guys and having questions. We answer them. We send emails, but every once in a while we like to do a little episode and direct back to you.
Yep.
So thanks again. Follow us, share our episode.
Yes.
And send us some recommendations for some more beer we can try.
Please. The next episode will be much shorter.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for listening to Heavy Conversation. Be sure to like and subscribe on iTunes or wherever you get your podcasts.